Hachette Audio presents American Man, Speaking the Truth About the War on Masculinity. Written by Lawrence Jones. Read by Lincoln Wright. Dedicated to the people that made me into an American man. Mama and Daddy. Introduction. The War on Masculinity. My Fox News colleague, Will Cain, a fellow Texan, had a question for me that I wasn't anticipating. He asked, how did I, Lawrence Jones, get where I am? What was it about my background that propelled me to succeed? When Will asked me this on his podcast, I immediately thought of my father. Dad may have been something of an ass kicker, but he consciously made sure I had all the tools I needed to be successful. My techniques were harsh, my father once admitted, but they guaranteed results. As I explained the sometimes rocky relationship I had with my father, Will wondered out loud whether his kids thought of him much the same way. Will and I may have disagreed around the edges on just how much discipline is appropriate, but what we agreed on was that all young males need a firm paternal hand to help guide their lives. Unfortunately, too many young men aren't getting one. That conversation with Will prompted me to write this book. For me, it has been a journey of exploration. It seemed clear to me that traditional notions of manhood were under attack, but I wanted to know who was doing the attacking and why. Whatever those forces were, my father would be the first to tell you that we went wrong by compromising with them. My dad, I have come to see, was on the money. Here is a thought exercise for anyone who doubts we have compromised too much. Binge watch the first few seasons of the surprisingly thoughtful AMC TV series, The Walking Dead. After each episode, read from the 2018 update of the publication by the American Psychological Association titled APA Guidelines for Psychological Practices with Boys and Men. Then compare and contrast. The Walking Dead debuted in 2010 and was still running until 2022. The series should have wrapped up about 8 seasons ago. After the first 3 or 4 seasons, the show grew silly, woke, and unwatchable. The first seasons, however, offered the most compelling scenario I've seen of what might happen in the United States.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?